Hi my nail junkies. So today I'm coming to you guys with a video on prepping only. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and gently push back your client's cuticles. You could use a cuticle pusher or you can use their Alright, so you see I have my dust collector, which I purchased off Amazon. It was real inexpensive. I want to say, I know it was under $35, but it was real inexpensive. It's a little loud, but it does get the job done. So you want to go ahead and get your e-file, make sure it's on a low speed. Because you do not want to cause a ring of fire, which is a burning sensation on the client's nails. And you just want to go ahead and take your e-file and go from sidewall to sidewall, side to side until you get to the tip of the client's natural nails. Basically what you're doing here is you want to make sure you remove all of the shine and any dead cuticles that may be left on the client's nails. You want to repeat this step on the opposite hand as well. Alright, so we are now done with the prepping work. You're going to go ahead and grab your alcohol or whatever you use to dehydrate or remove dust. And you're just going to spray it on those nails, get your manicure brush, and you're just going to remove the dust particles from those nails before applying your nail tips. Go ahead and grab your nail tips. Remember, when you are measuring the tip to the client's natural nail, to always measure sidewall to sidewall. You always want to go with the bigger tip because the smaller tip can cause lifting. And basically, if it's too big, you just cut off those sharp edges that's on the sidewall of the nail. Okay, so once I am done getting all 10 tips out, I will go ahead and place those nail tips to the side, and then I just always go back and just remeasure to make sure that it fits, and I do that to all of the nails. So even though I pre-measured, I still make sure that it does fit flush, just in case if I didn't measure it right or I thought it was right. I still always go back and remeasure all 10 fingers, and then I place the glue on the actual nail tip because I feel like when you place it on the natural nail, it dries a little faster. So if you place it on the plastic, it doesn't dry as fast. And so you're just gonna go ahead and do this for all 10 nails. Okay, so as you can see, I am measuring this pinky, but the pinky nail on this hand, the nail tip was a little too big. So I took my scissors and I just cut those pointed tips off so that the nail can fit flush to her nail bed. And when you're placing the glue on the nail tip, you could just put a dot in the center, and the glue should kind of like run to both sides. And if not, you can kind of tilt it a little bit to get the glue to move. And so basically when you place it onto the natural nail, you just want to hold it for maybe 3 to 4 seconds just to make sure that the nail tip has adhered to the natural nail. And if you feel like there's some spots that doesn't have glue, just take the tip of the nozzle and just add the glue where there's no glue. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and place my dust collector back onto the table. I'm going to go ahead and cut the nail tips to the client's desired length, which as you can see, I asked her was that long enough. She said yes. I continue. I always use scissors because scissors give you a straighter cut versus nail clippers because they have that curve in it. The scissors works best pretty much for any shape that the client is getting. But it's your preference on what you choose to use, but I love scissors better because I get the straight cut. If I'm doing coffins or taper anything, it works the best. So you're just gonna go ahead and cut the nail tips to the client's desired length. And like I said, she's getting tapered coffin. So on the other hand, you saw I went ahead and kind of cut the sides off a little bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and measure them and make sure they are the same length. And as you can see, one was longer than the other one. You just go ahead and take those scissors, cut off whatever you do not need. And whenever you're measuring to make sure they're the same length, you just line up both fingers at the cuticle area. And that's going to show you if they're the same length or not. And then you just go ahead and as you see, I'm cutting the sides off for that tapered look. Alright, so we are done cutting the tips to the length that the client wants. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my file, and you're going to hold that file at least a 90-degree angle, and you're going to go ahead and file, making sure that you start at the side wall and holding it at that angle so that you can get that desired shape that the client wants. And again, she's getting tapered coffins, so they are going to be a little more skinnier than a regular coffin. And so as you can see, I'm just pinching like the sides to make sure that no glue leaks onto the side, because you want to make sure you get in that side wall, because that's how you get your shape. And so you just continue doing that. And I always say, if you're a new nail tech or you're just starting, even when I do my classes, when you file, just do a 1, 2, 3 stroke and check it, and then do it to the opposite side, 1, 2, 3, check it, because you do not want to over file it. Because if you over file it when you apply the acrylic, then you have to add more to whatever side you over file to make sure that all of the nails are pretty much the same shape. All right, so we are done with the filing. I'm gonna go ahead and get my alcohol and manicure brush. I'm gonna go ahead and spray that alcohol on those nail beds to remove the excess dust. And at this point, this concludes the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share this video. Thank you so much for watching, my nail junkies. Until next time.